Hi, my name is Dan Schmitt, and it's Team Chicago Challenge. Today we're at Leaf River, Illinois, and we're with the Forest City Riders for their Enduro. Last week we covered a dual sport event. This week I'm riding the Enduro. I'm riding Phil Young's Kawasaki. Videotaped a lot of the riders out here. We're going to see what they have to say about riding this event. We're going to ride the event with the helmet cam, and I think it's going to be a pretty exciting show. So let's go check out riding in Enduro, AMA Enduro, District 17 with the Forest City Riders. Well, bright and early, Saturday morning, second weekend in November, as the riders walk over to the municipal building for Leaf River. We're just west of Byron, Illinois, which is just southwest of Rockford, Illinois. So we're in the northwest corner, the state of Illinois. And we're going to go to the riders meeting. Ryan Moss is putting on the riders meeting. He's the chairman.
A couple people I do want to thank. The Leaf River Fire Department, they're running. They got some EMTs who are going to be around in case we need them. Yeah, and actually last week they did help us out. We were fortunate. If you guys were here at the dual sport last week, I want to thank you for playing the poker hand. We were able to donate $420 to them. So that helped out quite a bit, and they used that money to buy new equipment, so thanks for that. I want to thank the complex and everybody there. They're doing lunch for us today. They let us park here, let us ride out of here. That's a pretty big deal for us because we did lose our club grounds that many of you were familiar with for years. So luckily we got this place, which is a lot better, I believe. So thanks to them. And lastly, I want to thank all the club members for helping us put this on. If you guys don't belong to a club, I don't want to yell at people, but you guys got to help out. There's probably about 5 guys that laid this Enduro out twice now, and we're hurting for members. You guys on early minutes, you're going to find out that we're hurting for members. Just letting you know that.
Did I change my minute?
That's why we ran at 18 the first loop, because we don't have the people to cut and break it in. We just got the people to put arrows up, so that's what we did. So if you guys are out yelling at us because we didn't cut the trail very well, think about before you yell at somebody. There's about 5 of us that probably laid out all this stuff, and about 5 guys that did last weekend. So join the club and help out. It'll help the sport keep going. Other than that, you guys are going to ride on a couple roads. You should be on time on the main road that we're going to be on. Don't tear it up. It's gravel. Come out to it. Just go down it. Be easy. All the other roads that you're kind of crossing or jumping out on for a 10th, I got signs up. It says easy on the road. That helps us with the county so we don't tear up these gravel roads. The second loop, you'll be down, most of you, so you're going to be on the gas a little bit. Just take it easy. There's 2 hay fields. I label them. It says hay field. Stay on the edge or stay on the lane. That's a big deal, guys. If you think that 20 seconds cutting across that hay field is going to get you a trophy, before you do it, stop, come back here, see me. I'll go home, get the biggest trophy I got, and give it to you. Because if that happens, guys, we won't have this Enduro. One year it did happen, and it wasn't good. It's we lose that land, we're done. So, guys, stay on the trail for us. That helps us. We did what we could to get you the Enduro, and I'd appreciate if you guys can help us keep this Enduro.
Well, after the riders meeting, as we get near the key time, that's the start of the Enduro. This is a timed event. When you sign up, you draw a time. One thing nice about Enduro, if you got a bunch of friends that you're riding with, you can all draw the same time and ride together. It's a timed event. This event was scheduled to start at 11 o'clock. So every minute after 11 o'clock is your key time. Like I drew 38, so I'm starting 38 minutes after 11 o'clock, which is the key time. And though that's the time I will be scored on for the remaining part of the Enduro. As this group of riders heads out to the woods, there's a number board there, and as they flip the number board, that's the time for you to leave. Before you know it, it is my time to get going. Right over the starting area, I'm on a Kawasaki KLX 300 that I borrowed from my friend Phil Young. Like I said, my key minute is 38, and I'm right on time. As you'll see the board, it says 37. That's the group from 37 taking off. And now it's going to be my time as I wait my minute for my start. Well, as you can see, there's a few other riders on the same minute. I don't recognize them. As I head out across this cornfield to begin the AMA Enduro. When the Brush Poppers had the final Enduro of the year, they used to call it the Bitter End Enduro. This is not the Bitter End Enduro. I don't even know what name they have for this. But we're with the Forest City Riders, AMA Enduro, and I'm looking forward to the great adventure as we head into these woods. I wasn't going fast across the field, but I guess these riders I'm with are letting me head into the woods first, even though I am really, really slow. This bike that I'm riding is a 4-stroke 300. I'm not overriding the capabilities of this bike. This is fine. So far in this woods, we're running dual sport tires, not knobbies, but that should be okay. It's been pretty dry in western Illinois. Get into this little area here, which is up and down. You can see they got it taped up because they want everybody to have the fun of going up and down these hills. There's a little area down by the river. So there's uphills that are a little steeper than they appear with the helmet cam. Remembering how to ride up and down properly, how to go down a steep hill using front and rear brake, and a little bit of engine braking. So you can see the care that the Forest City Riders have put into laying out this Enduro, making sure there's enough of a challenge for the better riders, the A riders, the B riders. Remember, there are different classes that you can enter at an Enduro depending on your skill level, and they have age classes. I just entered the C class because this is my first event. So we turn around again, and we're going to be heading uphill one more time. Little tree there. Whoa! Oh, the bike looks okay, but the camera gets knocked off. So as I let myself back down the hill, I am turn the camera back on one more time, and I'm going to attempt to make it up the hill again. I rode down the hill. I'm going to make a U-turn and head back up and see if I can conquer this hill. This is one of my first challenges of the day. And as you can see, there aren't many other riders around. There was 120 riders. Most of them took early minutes. I took the 38 minute because I wanted time to videotape some of the starts. Let me make a U-turn. Let's see if I can conquer this hill and this KLX 300. Front wheel over that log. Turn around and go back downhill again. Earlier, I had a chance to talk to a few riders. Let's go to their comments right now.
Hi, my name's Charlie Buse. I'm from Madison, Wisconsin. I ride a Honda 250X. I road raced for many, many, many years and kind of got out of that recently. Just kind of burnt out on it, and used to do enduros occasionally and decided to get back into it since I'm not doing the road racing anymore. Been having a lot of fun. This year I'm running the B class in the senior, and actually got a trophy this year, which was kind of fun. Really enjoy getting out in the fun weather and riding the trails and having a good time throwing some dirt around with all the people, and it's just it's a fun sport. People should try it.
How you doing? I'm Alan Coop. This is my first race of the year, this year. Been kind of busy, but most of the stuff I do is cross country. This one I figured I'd try doing enduro and see what happens.
Hey, I'm Brad. I'm riding a KTM 200. I'm in C class. I'm in 4th place. Hoping to try again in the 3rd today. For race the whole season. Hoping I have a good ride today. It's a nice day. It's gonna be an awesome ride, I hope.
Well, I'll tell you, this is a real test for this KLX 300. So far, this 4-stroke engine, it's only 300 cc's, but it performs perfectly. It starts real easily. As we come to the first water crossing, I have no idea how deep this creek is, but you can see the bottom, so it's not too deep. It's got a rock bottom, that's good. But you gotta remember, I'm running the dual sport tires. They're not working quite as well as a full knobby would, but it's been pretty dry as we head across this cornfield. Now this first loop is supposed to be an 18-mile-an-hour average, and as you can see, I have not been maintaining 18 miles an hour in the woods. So when you get to these open fields, these corn fields or soybean fields or whatever fields they put us in, it gives you the opportunity to pick up the speed and make up some time. Back in the pits, I talked to a few other riders, so let's go to those comments right now.
Yeah, I'm Martin LG. I ride District 22, Enduros and some hare scrambles, and try keeping riding all events. I ride KTM 250 XC, and they're a lot of fun.
Hi, I'm Jim McCrimmon. I've been riding enduros since 1971. It's a fine, easy sport, good family sport. I meet a lot of nice people. Get out here in the wilderness and find your way around, and it's always been an enjoyable life for all of us.
Ricky Carmichael, Tom Elliott. Enduros are fun. We get out here and have a great time, harass these guys, and roost them whenever we can. It's a good time.
Up ahead is the 3rd check. So as I make it around these down logs, I can see the checkpoint straight ahead. So let me cruise on in, shut off the motor, and talk to the checkers.
How you doing, bud?
All right. So how many minutes late am I? All right, still running. Tell me your name.
Chase. Greg. Tony. Christoph. John.
All right, so this is the 3rd stop?
Yep.
My last? Is there anybody behind me?
I don't think so. You're doing good, though. You don't have to holler trail, do you?
Huh?
You don't have to holler trail at anybody.
No. But I'm having fun. Thanks.
Just a little big piece of woods and then one little longer piece.
Oh, really? Here's some tight woods then. I'm ready. This is my first time riding in dirt. And earlier, when I was in the pits, I got to run into the official announcers for this event and a couple more of the riders as they tell us about riding enduros and hitting the trails on the weekends.
This is Craven Moorhead live from Leaf River, Illinois this morning for the end of the year Enduro. With me is my color commentator.
There you go, Steve.
Steve.
Just Steve.
Craven and Steve. So this morning we're looking for lots of fast action, lots of fires.
Oh, I think we're going to have some accidents on the track today.
It's going to be a big day.
People are going to fight it. I'm here to tell you.
No headlight, no ride.
That's their moment. We got to watch it. Have a good time.
Come on, Bueno.
Walker Ludke, I'm from Wahoo, Nebraska. I ride the District 22 Iowa Enduro Riders Enduro Association events and other national enduros across the country, and I'm just coming here to help my buddy out over here win the overall B title. I was fortunate enough to wrap the overall A title up at the last race in Iowa, and this will be one of the last events I ride before I go to Last Man Standing in Texas, so hopefully have a good day and see how things go.
My name's Scott Murtis. ride a 250 XCW. I'm here to love riding enduros because it's something to do on the weekend to get away from things.
Joel Murtis, I ride a Gas 250. I ride 250A. I love enduros because I get to restart with my family after every reset and every gas stop. So we get to see each other a bunch through the day.
My name is Rich Murtis. I ride Super Senior. I'm 56 years old. I ride because that's what I did with my dad when I was a kid, and now I ride because my boys ride with me. And we just love enduros. It's a family thing.
Well, as I continue on, tell you, they found some great tight little wood sections. As you can see, there's a field right next to us, but these are the tree areas that are between the fields. The farmers been putting trees between their fields ever since the Great Depression and the Dust Bowl era. One way to prevent erosion is by putting trees between the fields to hold down the topsoil. Now we're going to head back to the pits one more time as I talk to a couple more of the riders that came out to challenge this enduro.
Bike, why I enjoy riding enduros, they're just so much fun. To get out with your buddies and chase each other through the woods, it's an acquired skill level. It's difficult at times and it's a personal challenge, but I just enjoy it. On a day like this, getting out here in the fall and seeing all these leaves, it's just a rush. Thanks. Hey, Tito Nappy, this is my buddy Tito.
Hi everyone, glad you could join us for the Enduro today. It's a beautiful day, it's going to be a great ride. This club does a great job of putting on an Enduro. I ride KTM 450 EXC. It's a great bike for doing this kind of thing. It's set up with all kinds of electronic stuff I don't even know how to use. I'm just going to follow the arrows and have fun today. Anything else you want to know?
Well, tell me about your involvement with Black Hawk Farms.
Oh, my dad originally was the founder and builder of Black Hawk Farms Raceway, where I grew up as a kid. So I've seen more auto races than I care to remember. I ride motorcycles. Got out of that thing, but it's a great facility for road racers, for anybody who likes to road race and bikes. It's a great facility if you ever get a chance to get up there, and it's in outside of Rockton, Illinois. So if you like that kind of thing.
Tell me about the club in Pecatonica.
Oh, the Forest City Rider's been around a long time. This event here used to be a national enduro that started out of Pecatonica at the fairgrounds, where they also used to do a big national flat track, and the club was very involved. And like most AMA clubs nowadays, they've met their challenges as far as land use and membership. So they're still together. They're still putting on great events. We're going to have some fun today.
But I'm struggling along because this is my first event and I don't quite have what I refer to my dirt legs, but it's also my dirt mind as I come to this water crossing. Now I should be looking for an alternative, but for some reason I chose to go down the center path, which turns out to be a huge mistake. Especially with the tires I have on this bike, there's no way I'm going to get out of here, so I'm going to have to drag the bike out. And while I work to drag the bike out, on my way out here, coming out the Leaf River, I cut down Highway 2 just south of Byron, and I ran across what I consider to be the coolest, greatest historical marker, and it happens to be in the state of Illinois, just south of Byron on Highway 2. I spotted this sign maybe 10 years ago. So let me show you this historical marker in western Illinois, located off of Highway 2, as I dig my bike out of the hole. And this historical marker tells the story about the Banditti Gang and the Regulators. And the Regulators were sort of a vigilante group, local citizens. The Bandittis were known as murderers and horse thieves. And after they burned down the courthouse in Oregon, the Regulators threatened to run them out of town. What seems like John Driscoll, who was the leader of the Bandittis, had 4 sons. 2 of the sons were accused of killing one of the Regulator leaders. That was John Campbell. Phineas Cheney witnessed the murder, so the regulators hunted down these sons. When they caught them, they put on their own trial with 112 jurors. They were found guilty. 55 regulators killed one of the sons. 56 regulators shot the other son. The regulators were then brought to trial later on. They were found innocent of their vigilante activity. But this is really a great story. In the state of Illinois, when Illinois was the Wild Wild West in the 1830s and the 1840s, and not only would that make a great story, the Banditti Gang and the regulators, but that would also make a pretty good movie showing the Wild Wild West in Illinois in the 1830s and 1840s. And as I finally get the bike out of the ditch, I still cannot make it up the hill. These three riders show up, and they're all got the 38 minute on the front of their bikes. This is the group of guys that started with me, but it turns out it's two guys, one girl, and they've been riding together behind me, and looks like they've been having a great time riding together. This is what enduro riding's all about. If you're only a rookie, you need some help, you ride with your friends. Your friends will help you out of the tight spots. And now one of the riders is gonna give me a hand. I'm gonna push. He's gonna work the clutch and the gas, and we're gonna get ourselves out of this little swamp. Push the bike out. When there's two people, it becomes much more manageable. Check my camera, make sure it's working. Back in the pits, I talked to my good old friend Rob McGee and a couple of the Ryan brothers, and these are all members of the Hill and Gully Riders, an AMA club. So let's go to those comments right now.
I ride the AA class. I ride enduros because they're very technical and tough and better than work.
Bad, Robbie.
Better than work, definitely.
Hey, I'm John Ryan. I ride Vet A in District 17, District 15, and District 14. It belong to the Hill and Gully Club. We've been putting on the Summer Bummer for 40 years. If you've ever been there, you'd understand what Summer Bummer means. It's a good time and very hot. And I think we like to ride enduros because where can you get on a motorcycle ride for 5 hours and can't drive home because your legs hurt so bad. So I think we do it because it's awesome. All the people around here are all kind of your buddies, big extended family, and it's a really good time.
Ryan, Hill and Gully Riders. Whatever, we're here to race motorcycles because we love them. How's that sound? Other than that, I can't tell you much more.
How come the bike's so dirty? What's the story here?
Today. I wasn't coming today. It still looks like it was from last week. They got these bikes that go 6 days. I figured we're going to give it a try. That's where all the rest of the guys are over at 6 days, so.
Oh, the rest of the club are at the 6 days?
Well, Fredette and all those other fast guys are over at 6 days, so.
Well, as we get towards the end of this first loop, we come across another creek crossing. This is quite a challenge. Now, I don't know that the end is right ahead. I'm just charging along, trying to make it through. But we got a lot of riders coming by. As you can see, the back wheel was spinning up and put me almost off the trail completely. Slowly and surely, I'll make my way out of here. And some of the results to this point include the first AA rider is Chris Nees. Vet A is John Ryan from the Hill and Gully Riders. Rob McGee was the 4th place AA rider. Open A was Tom Ferris. 250A was Mark Buhart. Senior A was Martin Algile. 250B was Scott Mertes as they come into the final checkpoint. Vet B was Jason Kroserich. Senior B was Charles Buss. Open B was Adam Vanderdorp. And let's see what some more of these riders have to say about riding this event. As you see, one of the guys from the Hill and Gully Riders, I think this is one of the Ryan boys. And as the riders continue to pull in, I'm going to talk to a few of these members of the Forest City Riders.
So everything is worked off of the start time, the key time. And the rider number 34 should be here at 34, and they won't be.
Right. Good. We'll wait for one more guy to know.
Okay. A lot of fairly low scores here still.
What's your job? Your job is to write every bike as they come through on the minute?
Put it on the minute that they come in, you put their number down. It's a backup sheet.
Right.
In case there's an error on their card and they can't read the number, then they check the backup.
Right.
Like right now we're on minute 34, so whenever anybody comes into that many, you write down the number.
Right. And as the riders continue to roll into the final checkpoint, in the C class, it was Travis Hell picking up the win. Justin Riedel was second. Chuck Tibbins was third. I ended up 25th. I only lost 196 points, but I made it through 5 checkpoints. And that's it. Forest City Riders, AMA Enduro in November 2007. I had a great time. Make plans to come out and join us next year. For more information on the Forest City Riders, it's forestcityriders.com. That's their website, forestcityriders.com. On Facebook, Forest City Riders MC. Contact me, and I'd love to hear from my audience. It's teamdan45@gmail.com. Remember, you can always search on YouTube with Dan Schmitt Motorcycle Racing for great motorcycle racing action. And I highly encourage you to visit the World of Motorcycle Museum. They're in Winamac, Indiana. They're off Indiana Highway 39, 4 miles south of North Judson, Indiana. Give them a call first at 574-896-3172. It's a great trip and a great collection of motorcycles. Music for the show by Engine, Mike Preetz, Intrigue, and Travesty. And all this music recorded at Fireside Studios, Westchester, Illinois.